So it's 2016, and at this point almost any smartphone you buy is considered a good phone. Each year Google's come with their own flagship. But the question is, with the new Google Pixel, is it one of the best smartphones in the market now? I'm Alex with Your Tech Explained. In this video, we're going to give you our full review of the Google Pixel and the Google Pixel XL. From a hardware standpoint, the Pixel is actually kind of familiar. Reminds us of an iPhone 6 with a flair of the Nexus 6P. Google played it safe with the hardware on the Pixel, and I don't blame them for that. It feels really nice in the hands. It's light, and with the glass on the back there by the fingerprint sensor, it gives it an elegant feel. Yes, the Google Pixel is not water resistant like the Galaxy S7 or the iPhone 7, but that's okay. Honestly, Google did a great job with the hardware, and I really feel that it's something that a lot of people will enjoy using.
So where the Pixel really shines is in the software and performance. Out of the box, this runs Android 7.1 Nougat on top of the Snapdragon 821 and 4 gigs of RAM. Combined, that makes for an insane performance package. The Pixel performs better than pretty much any phone I've ever tried, Android or iOS. The performance is just ridiculously good. It doesn't lag at all, and even when you try to make it lag, it just doesn't. Really, it's just the most reliable Android phone, and that's one of the reasons it's a really good phone.
With that, the Pixel also brings Google Assistant. Now, this is Google's vision for the future of AI. On paper, Google Assistant might not seem that much different from Siri or Cortana, but there is something that makes it stand out, and that is the conversational skills that Google Assistant has. Let me show you, for example. So let's say I want to look up information on a basketball player. My favorite one is Derrick Rose. How tall is Derrick Rose?
6 feet 3 inches.
So Google Assistant gives me that information, but now I want to know what basketball team he plays with. Instead of having to repeat, notice what I say. What basketball team does he play for?
Derrick Rose's team is New York Knicks.
So as you see, Google Assistant notices what I'm talking about and keeps the conversation going. And that's what makes Google Assistant stand out from the competitors today.
And the software on the Pixel isn't complete without the little things. Features such as the built-in 24/7 support, night light for filtering out blue light, the fingerprint gestures on to reach the notification shade, as well as double tapping the power button to get to the camera, all make for a really complete software experience.
The displays on the Google Pixels are great. On the 5-inch model, you have a 1080p AMOLED display. And on the XL 5.5-inch model, you have a Quad HD display. Both screens are great. Now, what I really like about them is they're not too bright and not too low on brightness, and the scale right in the middle. Now, if you're wanting to use these phones in a VR setting, you're going to want to go with the XL, being that you had a Quad HD display. But like I said, you can't go wrong when it comes to the display on the Google Pixels.
Another thing to talk about on the Pixel is audio. Now, of course, it does have a headphone jack, which feels ridiculous to even have to mention, but it also has a mono speaker on the bottom, which on its own is pretty decent, but it's nothing compared to something like last year's Nexus 6P or even the 5X, which had a front-facing mono speaker. Plus, that chin is just begging to have a front-facing speaker on it, and it just doesn't. It really feels like an oversight, and honestly, it almost kept me from buying the phone.
Then there's battery life. The battery on the Pixel XL should definitely get you through an entire day. Now, the battery on the regular Pixel, well, that's all going to depend on you. I like to put the battery level of the regular Pixel at about the same level as the iPhone 7. Again, it all depends on usage. For me personally, I've been able to at least get through a day with the Pixel, but then sometimes I might need to charge it. Nonetheless, the good thing is, on both these devices, you have USB-C with fast charging capability. So whenever you want to charge your phone, it'll charge up pretty fast.
So now for my favorite part, the camera. Now, the camera on the Google Pixel is especially impressive. It's a 12.3 megapixel camera, which on paper isn't really much. But when it's combined with Google's impressive processing and the easy-to-use camera app, it becomes something really special. This camera is capable of taking some really, really good shots. And actually, the 4K video is the thing that impressed me the most. Stabilization is incredible, especially because it's not optical image stabilization. It's all based on software. In fact, this entire video was shot on a Google Pixel, as I will show you right here. You can access the camera really quickly, take a quick picture, and then you can see shooting the phone on a Pixel. So the camera is really my favorite part of the Pixel, and it's just flawless in almost every way except for one. A lot of people have noticed that the Google Pixel has a tendency to have a halo effect or lens flare in certain lighting conditions. To me, it's really not that big of an issue. It'll happen from time to time, but really it shouldn't keep you from buying the phone, and it's definitely not anything recall worthy.
So there you have it, guys. Our review of the Pixel XL and the Pixel. Two great devices. And that's why, with everything you've just heard, we say this has to be one of the best, if not the best, phones on the market right now. If you're the type of person who might have had a Note 7 and you're looking for an option after the recall, you can't go wrong with the Pixel XL. If you're maybe an iPhone user and you're wanting to try something new, the Pixel might be the phone for you. Now you can get these devices starting at $649. A link in the description below will give you more details along with our written review. But nonetheless, we're really excited to see what Google has in store for these devices. Because remember, they're not just here now, they're here for the long haul. And they might be one of the kings as it comes to smartphone in the future. So they're definitely a company to keep an eye on. And of course, these two devices are rated one of the best phones on the market now. Anyway guys, I'm Alex with Your Tech Explained, coming from the Google Fiber Space in Charlotte. This entire review shot on a Google Pixel. Be sure to hit a thumbs up below, share this with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We'll see you guys in our next video.